Hey y'all, welcome to Rosetree Glass Studio. My name's Mark. I'm the owner here along with my wife Brenda, and I'm going to show you a little glass today. Today, I left a clue on what we're going to do today, and I said something that we all need in these times, or something to that effect. So, what we are making is what I call a dizzy cup. Not a Dixie cup, a dizzy cup. Dizzy cup is a stemless wine glass. So that's what we're going to be making today. They're quick-ish, so we might even have time for two. So let's get started. We're going to come over here to the furnace. And as usual, if y'all like us, throw up a thumbs up or a heart. If kids have any questions, just type them in. Tell me your name, tell me your age, if that's appropriate, and I'll try to answer them while I'm working. So, this is a blowpipe, and this is my furnace. Inside my furnace is molten glass. Molten means something that was a solid is now a liquid. So, glass is usually solid. When I melt it at 2050 degrees, what we get is a liquid. So what I have on the end, this is called gather. When I'm gathering the glass onto the pipe. If I stop turning it, you see it start to drip. So I have to keep turning it all the time. I'll come over here to my work area. And this piece is going to be 2 layers of glass. First, 2 gathers. The first gather, I'm going to do what's called an air trap and put some air inside my bubble. I'm blowing into the end and covering with my thumb, and you can see the bubble inside. So that bubble is going to be the inside of the glass. So what I have to do now is I'm going to let this cool off a second and then get another layer on top. If I go in right now, what will happen is the glass inside the furnace, which is so hot, will heat this up too much and it'll become uncontrollable. So we're just going to let this stabilize a little bit for the next layer. So, I know you people are out there. We're trying to see how far away from us we have viewers and how close we have viewers. I know there's some viewers in the neighborhood, so sign on, say hello. And I know there are viewers all over the country, and let's see where you're coming from. All right, so color's pretty much gone in that, so I'm going to do another layer of color, another layer of glass.
We've got lots of hellos, and we have New York already. We also have Tallahassee. Shaw said he got his 2 pieces yesterday, and they're beautiful.
Oh, wonderful. Shaw, just post a picture at some point if you would. That'd be great. Shaw got the heart paperweight from the Facebook Live that we did last week or the week before, and also a soap dispenser that we have not done on Facebook Live, but it is a new piece that we just started doing. So I'm evening off the sides, and then I'm going to put it in the color. I have the color arranged in 4 lines because I want 4 stripes on my piece.
Got a lot of Louisiana. We do have New Jersey. Patrice from Detroit, Michigan, are just outside. And Jerry Lynn from Arizona.
Hey y'all, glad to have y'all here. Okay, so I have 2 of the stripes on. I'm going to heat that up, and I'm going to put the final 2 stripes. So the reheating chamber is actually hotter than the furnace. The reheating chamber is about 200 degrees hotter, which means it's about 2200 or so. So if you look carefully, I have 4 stripes of color on here. So now, because when we blow glass, it's usually round, and right now it's square, I have to even that, melt it in and even it off. Any kids out there with questions? Any teachers that have questions?
Rachel wants to know what you're making, so I'm going to pan over real quick.
All right. We're making dizzy cups. So I'm going to even that glass gather off a little bit.
We've got somebody in Federal City. That's our closest so far.
Close so far. That's 5 blocks away, maybe a little bit more, 8 blocks. So you see, I've knocked it down where it's not square anymore. It's now round. I'm going to heat it in a little bit more.
Lee Gardner was asking where the studio is, since it popped up on just popped up on Facebook for him.
Oh, good. I forgot to say, we're in a beautiful Algiers Point, part of New Orleans. And once all this, the quarantine and whatever gets lifted, I hope y'all can visit the studio, visit our lovely city. So I'm going to take this and I am going to grab it with these shears. And you'll start to see why I'm calling them dizzy cups. You see a spiral going down. So it's another beautiful day in New Orleans. It is hot, beautiful and hot. But we are in April, so that kind of fits. Beautiful sunshiny day. Supposed to get some rain on the weekend. Hopefully, we can really use the rain. If I'm not mistaken, some of our viewers got snow this week. So if you got snow, let me know. That'd be kind of interesting. So I'm evening this whole thing off. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my bubble, or I'm going to continue blowing my bubble. Same way, air trap, blowing into it and letting the bubble, on the inside you'll see the bubble start to push out. So a lot of studios, a lot of people blow glasses and some of their blown glass into molds. I don't use molds. I use what's called like an optic mold to put ridges on it or something like that, but I don't use a shaped mold. All the shapes are handmade, so they're going to be a little bit, they're going to vary a little bit. I kind of like that, just because it gives everything kind of an identity and uniqueness to it. So I'm putting in what's called a jack line. The jack line is very important because that's where we're going to take it off of the piece of the pipe later. And then I'm going to blow a little air into it. So you see it's starting to get bigger, a little bit of volume inside. Heat up one more time.
So Patrice in Detroit said yes, that just started snowing this morning there.
Oh wow. Well, be safe out there. You're not supposed to be driving, so shelter at home and have some cocoa or something, or a hot toddy.
Shamar said that she's excited for her and her family to come out when it's all safe to come out and make something with you.
Wonderful. I'm really looking forward to seeing people again, seeing other people again. Not that I don't mind seeing Darcy and my wife and everything, but it's kind of nice to meet new people.
Lee Gardner said he was curious, since he collects antique glass bottles that were handmade, if they were made the same way that you're making these glasses.
Some of them are made in molds, but some of them, mostly bottles for production like that, would have been made in a mold. So right now I'm taking measurements just so that I'm consistent in the shape and the size. So that's the cup already. So I'm going to heat that up and transfer it to another rod so that I can open the lip of the piece. So this is the foot, this is the body, that's the lip. do what's called a flash. I'm going to give it a good flash. And then another rod with a little bit of glass.
I'm going to show the cups real quick for people who came in a little late. We're making what we call dizzy cups with the spinning color there. He's doing one in blue. Actually, we're going to do a pair.
Okay, so I got a little bit of glass on the end. I'm going to shape that. And how this goes on the piece is very critical. And also how it comes off the piece is very critical. Something light and thin, the timing is way different and a lot harder. So I'm putting, there's a file with a little bit of water on it. And if you notice, just tapping it is going to break it off. So because that was kind of cold, I'm heating it up gradually.
Sorry, Jimmy Smith said, please don't put your hands that close again. Barry Birnbaum will faint.
I'm a professional, Jimmy. And you can kind of see the stripes on here and why I call them dizzy cups. So this will hold your wine, hold your beverage of choice. It's something I just started doing right before the quarantine happened, and decided that it's something that I'll show y'all. We'll get it up on our website probably tomorrow.
Well, Pamela's already asking, can we order these? We will have them up.
Yes, you may. We're going to sell them by the pair, and it's going to be $95 a pair, which includes shipping.
And just so, for posterity's sake, someone in Arizona does say that they love the purple ones.
Okay. So I'm just trimming this a little bit because it broke off a little uneven. And then I'm going to heat it up one more time and open it up a little bit more. So you see, it's just using the skill and gravity and shaping the glass so that each one is going to be very similar to the other. It's not that much longer to do it this way than to do it in a mold, but like I said, I really like the individuality of all of this. So I got to make it wide enough. Miss Brenda says that you have to make it wide enough so you can drink comfortably out of it. She likes to put her wine in it and with crushed ice and grapes. So whatever you want to put in it, that's wonderful. Okay, now here comes the tricky part. Make the foot. So the cup part is already done. So you see it has nice spirals going around. I'm going to take it off of this cup, off of this pipe, put it in a blob of molten glass that is going to be the foot. So we'll have to heat this up enough, as hot enough while getting the foot, but not too hot that it distorts. So I'm going to hang this up and run and get my foot. So you see the liquidity of the glass, how it moves just like a liquid. Now, the tricky part. You at home, that drum roll would be great. So this has to go on level. And because the glass is a liquid, it's going to want to tilt a little bit. Alrighty. And then I'm going to take it and go into the oven. Where it will sit overnight. This oven is 900 degrees. So the piece when it went in, the foot was still probably about 1200 or so. So when it goes into the oven, it kind of stabilizes at 900 degrees, and then slowly overnight it turns down to room temperature. If I just left it out to go from hot to room temperature, it will crack. So that was really quick. So what I'm going to do, that was only like 15 minutes. I'm going to do another one. So y'all can, if there's anything you missed, you could check it out again. You can sign out. Wonderful having you. But because we sell them in pairs, I might as well make 2. And we'll go from there.
Now, Brittany was asking, is this going to be a new blow your own option?
Ah, I knew somebody was going to ask that. Swallowing my surprise. I think so. There's a lot of running around and kind of madness if we're doing it as blow your own, but it's definitely in my thoughts to do it as a blow your own. Okay, so I'm going to start another one, and I'm going to talk you through it again. And if anybody in the neighborhood wants it, I'm going to get another gather.
Jimmy Smith said, can you do another purple? I'll take 2 purple if so.
I could do, this is blue. I can do purple. I'll do a pair of purple for you if you'd like. That's not a problem. But the blue is set up already, so to make it purple would take a little time to switch it around. But yes, just message me through Facebook, and I'll put you down for a pair of purples for next week when I'll make orders. So again, I'm going to do an air trap. I'm going to first gather, so you can watch the bubble right there. See how that came out? So again, that's the inside, and I'm cooling that off a little bit so that the next layer won't heat this up too much. I need this as stability underneath.
We do have Cassie in Algiers.
Hey Cassie. Is that Cassie and Thomas?
Yes.
Hi Thomas. Miss y'all. All right. So I'm waiting for this to cool off a little bit. Who else usually signs? Oh, how about the armadillos? Are the armadillos out there? Kimmy, are you there? So what we'll do is, in another second, I'll get another layer of glass, put my color on.
Leslie, your sister-in-law,
Hello, Leslie.
wants to know what the table is made of.
This is actually steel, and you would appreciate this because your dad was a Navy man, if I'm not mistaken. This is from ships they're building over in Avondale. This is just a cutout from a ship. Or there's a ship around somewhere that has an extra window in it. I'm not sure which.
Jimmy said change it to 2 blue since they're already done.
What's that?
Jimmy said change it to 2 blues since they're already done.
All right.
And Christy was asking if multicolor would be an option, like the shot glasses.
Rainbow, like you have, yes. The color options are going to be hot mix, which is yellows, reds, and oranges. Cool mix and white, which is purples, greens, and blues. A green, and like green and white. Mardi or Carnival, which is purple, green, and yellow. Blue and pink and purple. So that's what, 6 different color combinations.
We got Mary in the point watching.
Hi, Mary. So I'm going to put the color on. Other side. I have 2 of the lines on.
Brittany wants to know if there's an LSU mix.
If you, yes. It'll be purple and yellow.
And is there pink? There is pink, correct?
Yes, the pink and white.
Pink will be there.
We have not put it up yet. These, like I said, are fairly new. I wanted to make sure that it was something I could consistently do, and I'm seeing that yes, it is. So tomorrow we'll have them up. I won't have pictures of all the colors until probably next week, but tomorrow you'll be able to buy them online, and it will have a drop-down menu that has the colors listed.
And Christine, we are doing Mardi Gras colors.
Carnival. So I'm evening off the squared shape that I started with when I put the layers on, the colors on. So what's happening is, to make the swirls, the steel table kind of drags and causes friction on the glass, and it slows the tip down. What happens is the rest of the glass continues to turn and stretches and makes that swirl.
We got another one from the point watching. Leah.
Leah, how you doing? I love my neighbors. There's a great little neighborhood, great little community here. People say it's a best kept secret, but it's not really a secret. We know it's just a great place to live. All right, so I'm going to cut off the end because I want the swirls to come down all the way to the bottom. So you see the spiral going all the way down. I'm going to heat the whole thing up, smooth it out. Again, I'm going to smooth out the sides so it's very even. And then I'm going to expand my bubble. I'm setting up, so what's happening is I set up for the next couple steps. So it's kind of like chess. I'm setting up for 3 moves ahead from now. So you see the bubble coming out. I'm going to cool that down so it doesn't come out too far and blow a little bit more so the bubble goes further in.
Lee was asking if we, when we're all allowed to come back, if we will allow small groups to come. He's in a photo society in Lafayette and think the trip over would be great.
We do allow small groups. Remember the tours, but we have a video that we run explains how we do things here, and we have an open studio. We have a big viewing area. You can theater. Hard to tell from inside, but outside you can definitely tell. It's an old Art Deco movie theater. It was built in 1940. And we've been in here for since 1996. I got a little cement thing down there. Since 1996. So that's 24 years. And yet we love having visitors. So I'm cutting in my jack line again. And again, this is where it comes off the pipe. So I gotta cut that in really nice and carefully. I'm gonna blow a little bit more into it. So you see it's starting to get bigger.
And when we're allowed, if you are interested, we also do blow your owns with groups as well. So if you guys wanted to come and make a small piece, we could also do that.
And we do parties when we can start doing not what are we calling it? Isolation or whatever it's called. Once that's over, quarantine. Once that's over, we'll start back up again doing our blow your owns and having the gallery open and seeing people and just being back to our new normal. New normal. I hate that. That's what they told us after Katrina. We have a new normal. So I guess we have a new normal now. All right, so shape is done. Pretty much on point, width and height. So I'm going to heat that up. I'm going to get another rod, punty rod, to stick on the bottom, switch it up, and open the neck.
Jennifer Fowler said you make it look easy.
What was the question?
No question, just saying that you make it look easy.
This is 42 years of experience. It was not this easy 41 years ago.
Lee Gardner was asking if the price of the Blow Your Own was on the website.
Not for these because we haven't put them up yet. The Blow Your Owns, we have the prices are still up before we cancel. So the prices are there. The dates are obviously wrong. So I'm cutting this with a file with water. The file has a little bit of diamond on it to cut it. So you see, just that light little tap knocked it off the pipe. So it's kind of really fragile. So you have to respect the glass and what it does to work with me and what I do to work with it. So yeah, this will probably be a blow your own that we add on. Who knows when? But if you follow us on Facebook, all our announcements, we announce to our email group first, then we announce to our Facebook, and then we open it up to the general public. And they usually sell out. So if you do go and want to, if one comes up and you want it, you need to sign up as soon as you see it. Cassie will tell you. So again, it broke off a little uneven. So I'm evening that out. Heat this up again.
Thanks, Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn posted up our website page with the events page on it.
Thank you, Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn is our friend out in Arizona who is an amazing marble maker. She sells her marbles in shows all across the country. Not now, obviously, but she just put up her website. Jerry Lynn, if you put up your website also, that'll be great for people. And she's selling out of her studio in Arizona because she can't travel. So a lot of artists, most of the artists I know from doing shows, they're not doing shows because of the restrictions, and a lot of them are setting up web pages, working at home, and just need support. Okay, I'm going to even this up one more time. Just a little bit. Actually, it's not bad. I'll even it up one more time.
See if I can get a close-up of it.
And that's Jerry Lynn's logo.
Firechild glass.
So you see, it's not really, I don't have a mold, it's just me and the glass and 42 years of experience. So now, cups is done. Ready to do the foot. Hang this up and go get the glass to make the foot.
Michael Crowley says hi from the Oregon coast from his shop.
Hello, Oregon.
Jerry Lynn says the foot is my favorite part. Super hot and floppy glass is awesome and scary at the same time.
Yes, it is. About even, so let's go put it away.
Mark Robago wants to know can we buy one of those Rosetree shirts?
Yes, you can. We will put it up on the site. I do have a few left. I'm gonna have to order more because we sold all of our first run. We'll have it up on the site by next week at some point. And that's pretty much it for today. You have any other questions? That's great. We can save until next time, next Tuesday. Again, we do these on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 o'clock. You can follow us on rosetreeglass.com. Facebook is Rosetree Blown Glass. Instagram is Rosetree Glass Gallery, and hashtag Rosetree Glass for Instagram and whatever else you use hashtags for. Alrighty. Thank y'all for coming. I appreciate you joining us and watching a little bit. As always, love one another, take care of one another. Love y'all. Take care.